last but not least, my fixed signs, okay? So that is Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo. All right. Aquarius, what are you holding on to that no longer serves you? What are you holding on to that no longer serves you? That is getting out of the way and blocking your motherfucking blessings, okay? What are you holding on to that no longer serves you? All right, Aquarius, what are you holding on to that no longer serves you? What are you holding on to that no longer serves you? Okay. Aquarius. We are. I don't know why I just said that just now like that. But anyway, Aquarius. What you're holding on to that no longer serves you. Unfinished business. Or you may think there's unfinished business with a person and the business is finished, okay? Whether you believe it's finished or not, Spirit said it's finished, okay? You may feel like something is incomplete or you didn't do something right. It was completed, okay? It wasn't meant to complete, okay? It wasn't meant to keep on going. And for some of you, this could be a family dynamic here where you may have wanted to work something out, do something. Spirit says no, okay? No. Whatever it wasn't meant to finish. It wasn't meant to be completed. It wasn't meant to come together like you thought it was. It wasn't meant to be. Especially with a divine masculine here. This person here could have been a really good person. This person here could have been a really nice person. This person here could have been sensitive to your emotions and things of that nature. Or female, doesn't matter, whoever you're talking to. We're talking to a divine individual here that, you know, has their ducks in a row, or, you know, they're a genuine good person, right? Just because they're good people don't mean they are good for you. They may have been good for you at a moment in time in your life, but that's it. That is it. Some of you have been waiting for somebody to grow up into this divine masculine. You waiting, you're postponing your life, love. You waiting for somebody to mature is postponing your life, love. Even if you already got kids with this person. I forgot. I think I was talking to Virgo when I was sitting there telling them, listen. And if you have Virgo in your chart, go listen to the Virgo reading. Listen. Sometimes you are not the person, Spirit, God, Allah, whoever you believe in, assigned to teach this person a lesson so that they can mature. Get that? Okay. Got that. For others of you, what you're holding on to that no longer serves you, for some of you, it's a Gemini. For some of you, it's someone that you feel is a soulmate. That person is a soulmate. Some of these people, especially with the divine masculine energy here, they're good soulmates. Some of you been fucking soulmates that you wasn't supposed to fuck. You were supposed to just be friends with them, and that was it. They were supposed to come into your life to teach you that there were still good women out here in this world. Still good men out here in this world. Still good people that had genuine hearts in this world. To give you a connection, a soulmate connection as a friend. And nothing more and nothing less. But you wanted it more. You wanted a whole family dynamic with this person. You wanted to have babies and the whole nine, and it wasn't meant to happen. Some of you are over here even questioning, why did I have kids with somebody? You was meant to have kids with that person. And that was it. They was only supposed to come into your life for you to procreate, and that was it. Nothing more, nothing less. God utilized you and that person as vessels to bring in a person in this world, and that was the plan, and that was it. We the only species that be sitting there fighting over who's supposed to be with somebody, who's supposed to have kids with somebody. Other species don't be doing that. Don't lions be having like 4 wives? If you want to look at it that way. They ain't even married. That's the crazy part. As soon as you sit there and sign a marriage certificate, you took God out of the relationship and put the government in it. Okay? Let's be for real. Let's be honest. Because when you look at other species like lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Ain't none of them counting no marriage certificates and signing no marriage certificates. Ain't none of them counting how many babies somebody done had with somebody. They ain't doing none of that. They just procreating because that's what God wanted them to do, was to procreate. So for some of you, that's what happened. You're holding on to the fact that you had a family with somebody, got pregnant by somebody. It was meant to happen. That's what it was supposed to be. It's just it. Nothing more, nothing less. But some of y'all, you're holding on to this idea of what a family is supposed to be. Or you're holding on to the idea of who you're supposed to be with, who you're supposed to marry, who you're supposed to have kids with. You want to have kids and get married to whoever the hell God has you planned to be with, and you can't stop it. It's just that simple. For others of you, what you're holding on to, some of you are holding on to a soulmate because you don't want them to be with nobody else. If it was meant for y'all to be together, y'all would be together. This person is still in your life. Let that go. Okay? Because you're causing nothing but stagnation in your life, trying to hold on to something and keep a chokehold on to something when it's meant to be free. And coming as a message to Aquarius, you and Sagittarius of all people know about freedom. So what is y'all trying to keep in a fucking chokehold? Hello? But anyway, for others of you Aquariuses, what you're holding on to that no longer serves you could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Some of y'all are holding on to something. You're holding on to a sexual experience with somebody. And that's all it was supposed to be. Was a sexual experience. Nothing more, nothing less. You're trying to keep it in a chokehold, but no. That's all it was supposed to be. For some of y'all, what you're holding on to is the fact that you had a lustful night, got pregnant by a Gemini, okay? Or a soulmate, okay? And you think that it's supposed to be more than what that was. No, that's Spirit utilized the two of you as vessels on a nice, drunken, horny night to get you impregnated to have this baby come through into this world. Okay? That's all it was supposed to be. That's it. That's all it was supposed to be. All right? That's all that was supposed to be. Nothing more. Nothing less. I feel Aquarius, your ancestors and spirit guides are tired of your ass. Let's just say that. Because you keep trying to make something perfect, and it ain't meant to be perfect. Okay? What you thought was supposed to be it, ain't it. Some of y'all are literally holding on to somebody and you're causing stagnation in their life. You got to stop. And then therefore you causing stagnation in their life is going to cause stagnation in your life. And everybody's going to be at a standstill and nobody's going to grow. Nobody's going to move. What if you are supposed to be with this person, but you're supposed to evolve separately first? You fucking up the master plan. Did you ever think of that? I know Venus is in retrograde and y'all over here trying to return back to lovers and past lovers and trying to make things right and people trying to holler at you and talk to you. And this ain't the time to make nothing concrete, okay? Sometimes it's supposed to for you to reevaluate your love situations of self and your love situations with other people, including family. But some of you, you are holding on to trying to bring life into an individual. It's like you're trying to speak life into this person until they become this person that they're supposed to be, and then you expect them to be with you. No. They're going to fuck around and leave your ass. They have to learn how to sit there and walk on a path of their own. They have to learn how to grow on their own. It's okay for you to pray for this person. It's okay for you to want the best for this person, but it's not your job to get this person to where they need to be. They have to do that. Some of you, you may be concerned about pregnancy and getting married and finding your divine partner and coming together and having a family. Spirit said, let that go. The minute you let that go is when the minute you're going to receive everything that you want. You actively looking for it, you ain't going to get it yet. Continue working on self. For others of you, what you're holding on to that no longer serves you, this is a sensitive topic and I apologize in advance. Some of you are holding on to the fact that a pregnancy did not go full term. You might be mad at me for saying this, but for some of you, you was not meant to have a baby with that person. That's why that pregnancy did not go full term, whether you went and got an abortion or you had a miscarriage. Your ancestors and spirit guides blocked that. That was not going to happen, Captain, is what I'm hearing. It was not meant to happen. Whether you wanted it or not, it was not meant to happen. Okay? Don't guilt yourself either, is what I'm hearing. Don't guilt yourself either. Because you made the right choice, the right decision, everything that was supposed to happen, happened. Okay? Don't question God because God already knew that you was going to make those decisions. So don't define yourself of your past. Okay? For others of you, what you're holding on to that no longer serves you, it's the simple fact that you may want a family so bad that you was trying to have a baby and you didn't have a baby because it's not time for you to have a baby. Do not listen to society when they sit there and tell you that, oh yeah, you're running out of eggs. No. Shoot. Wasn't there a model just now that just had a baby and it was 53 or something like that? Don't you sit there and listen to these people. Don't you listen to these people. That ain't your problem, Aquarius. Your problem is waiting for divine timing and love and marriage and children and kids, finding your soulmate. Okay? For some of you, you have to sit there and understand that what you're holding on to is hindering things to come into your life. Okay? You may feel incomplete without these things. Some of you may feel incomplete because you don't have a family of your own yet. Some of you may feel incomplete because you don't have your soulmate yet. Some of you feel incomplete because you don't know what your purpose is and your passions are in life. It ain't meant for you to find out. And Aquarius and Capricorns, I'm telling you right now, you get better and finer with time. Aquarius and Capricorns, their lives was horrible and the worst of the worst when they were children. But the older you get, the better of a life you have. You have to understand that. Everything happens for you later in life. Daddy Saturn wants you to learn all the hard lessons in the beginning so you don't fuck up what blessings you have coming in the future for you. Because what's going to come in the future for you is going to be solid and it's going to stay forever. Understand that. Okay? So let's get you some homegirl advice. I had to learn that a long time ago. And now that I've accepted it, it don't bother me. Because I'd rather be married at 37, at 40, okay, than to be divorced at that age. Okay? What homegirl advice do you have for Aquarius? There's that card. Okay, Aquarius. Some of you need to go get a natal chart reading, all right? You need to get a natal chart reading. Some of you need to stop lying to yourselves about a situation. Some of you are needing, this Venus retrograde is going to bring up things from your adolescent years and your young adulthood years, because adolescent trauma and young adulthood trauma came up. So there's going to be some reflecting and some healing that needs to be done. Don't lie to yourself about the situation. Have those honest conversations with yourself and get it together. Okay? A week from now is very prominent, so this is probably when this reading is going to resonate with you, and you have to remember that you glow on another level, Aquarius, okay? So, who is next? Scorpio, you are next. You're next. Scorpio, you may feel like you're stuck, but you're not really stuck. You may be stuck in your own damn head, okay? Spirit, what is Scorpio holding on to that no longer serves them? Oh, damn. You ain't have many cards. Is that it for Scorpio? There we go. All right, Scorpio, what you are holding on to that no longer serves you is you constantly trying to figure out what is coming next. What is the future? What is the future holding? Certain things you're just not going to know. Certain things is not meant for you to know right now. Certain things are going to be revealed to you when it's meant for them to be revealed to you with the eye card here. Okay. Some of you, what you're holding on to that no longer serves you could be a Leo. I was about to say Libra. So for some of you, it could be a Libra because we do have the air energy here. That's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. For others of you, what you are holding on to that no longer serves you is the fact that something that makes you happy, you feel like it's good luck in your life, and you think that you can heal the situation, but it can't. You cannot heal the situation. Just because it made you happy in the past is not going to make you happy in the future. So whatever it is that you've been thinking about that is something that it brought you joy. It may have brought you some type of good luck, but it's time to let it go. Because I feel like there's a situation that you could have fucked up a situation, Scorpio, and you're thinking, oh, only if I heal it. Oh, if I fix it. Oh, if I do this. No. It was meant to fuck up. It was meant for it to only bring happiness into your life and good luck into your life, for whether it was only for 6 weeks, 6 days, 6 months, 6 years, that 6 minutes, or even 6 seconds. Okay? That's all it was there for. All right? That's all it was there for. For others of you, what you're holding on to that no longer serves you, there are some things that did bring joy into your life. Maybe there was certain vices that were, made you happy, or, a certain particular job, or a place that you live. Whatever it is that was making you happy, eventually it's not going to make you happy any longer. Because I'm hearing good luck charm. There's something that you got to understand, that there's no such thing as like a good luck charm. Only reason why it was a good luck charm is because you believed that it was a good luck charm. So say, for instance, I sat there and said this rose quartz crystal was my good luck charm. The only reason why it has the power of being my good luck charm is because I said that it's my good luck charm. But what you have to do now, Scorpio, is make this amethyst crystal your good luck charm. So for some of you, whatever you felt was like your good luck charm, it ain't the fact that that was actually good luck. You just put the energy of that into it to make you even incite yourself to believe that it was your good luck charm. Because something else can be your good luck charm too. For others of you, what you're holding on to that no longer serves you is this this energy of, if you don't have a particular thing, something's not going to go right. And that's not true. But if that's what you believe, then that will be your truth. So you have to fix what you believe and alter your truth, if that makes sense. For others of you, what you're holding on to that no longer serves you is you heavily, overly thinking. You are thinking entirely too much. You are thinking entirely into a situation a little too much. Okay, you are thinking, you're just thinking too much. You need to stop thinking. Just stop thinking. That's it. Just stop thinking. Okay? Stop trying to... People that are constantly trying to look into the future, you got control issues. And that's something that you need to heal. Okay? Because people can get addicted to tarot. People can get addicted to wanting to know what's to come. People can get addicted to a lot of stuff. And knowing the future and knowing what's going to come is another addiction. Okay? For others of you, what you're holding on to that no longer serve you are some type of relationships that you feel that you need to mend, or you need to fix or heal. And that, again, it's ran its course. Okay? It's ran its course. There's nothing to heal. There's nothing to fix. What is done is done. And there's nothing that you could do about it. Okay? For some of you, you feel like there's something broken within you. There's nothing broken within you. But if you keep believing that, then that's going to be your truth. You're going to keep feeling broken. How about you choose to sit there and believe that you're whole? Just as much as you have the choice of thinking negatively, you could think positively too. And if you have Aries placements in your natal chart, you need to go check out Aries reading as well. Because that was a similar message that I had for Aries. Let's get some homegirl advice for Scorpio. I just saw my everything is crystal clear card, but it didn't pop out, so let's get some advice for Scorpio. Will it matter in 3 years? You are not trusting the process. You also need to go get a natal chart reading. It says change is good. It keeps your ass from being stagnant, okay? We have sage, so you may want to sage your space, cleanse your energy, take a spiritual bath, and it says have the willpower to do it, okay? At the bottom of the deck, we have it's time for you to outperform these BITCHs. Spirit is waiting on you. You are what the game's been missing, but you need to believe in yourself, Scorpio, okay? Just because certain things aren't how they used to be doesn't mean that you can't get shit done and make it, okay? Taurus. My charger. Phone to die. All right, Taurus. Taurus, I don't know why I just thought about death and with my phone dying just now for you. So for some of you, You may be having a fear of someone passing, or you passing, or you into something, a death to a situation. You need to let go of that fear, because if it's meant to happen, it's supposed to happen. There's nothing that you can do about that, okay? So let go of that fear. And nothing honestly ever dies. It just transmutes into something else. Okay? Energy never dies. So even people, their energy, their presence will still be around if you want it to be around. All right, Taurus, what are you holding on to that no longer serves you? Oh, okay. All right, so Taurus, what you're holding on to that no longer serves you, it could be a sense of some type of stability and security. You know, you guys is stuck, hard-headed, and stubborn. So say for instance, you're at a job that no longer serves you, but you know it brings in consistent pay, consistent income, but it's been a burden on you. You're the type of person that will stay there. Instead of taking a chance on yourself and betting on yourself that you'll find something better, you'll rather just stick through and stay there and stay comfortable. Spirit says it's time to let that shit go. Some of you, you're holding on to the fact that you don't want change. And it's time for change. It's time for you to level up. It's time for you to let go of these people that have you in this crab in the barrel type of energy. They want you to do good, but not better than them. It's time to let that go. For some of you, what needs to change is the nitpicking and the one-upping each other in a marriage or in a relationship or in a situationship or in a friendship. That has to go. Okay, for others of you, what you're holding on to that no longer serves you is you questioning things. When, who, what, when, where, how, and why. Spirit said, don't worry about that. That's the last thing you need to worry about. You need to sit there and just do what you need to do, and we'll worry about the who, what, when, where, how, and why it's going to happen and when it's going to happen. For others of you, what you're holding on to that no longer serves you is an ending. Some of you, there was an ending with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And the thing is, and the reason why there was an ending, because somebody sat there and stood up for themselves. Somebody sat there and put their foot down. Somebody sat there and had that healthy boundaries, and somebody couldn't respect it. So that's why something ended, and you just have to let that go. Whether you were the person that sat there and set those healthy boundaries and something ended, well, guess what? If it ended, it meant that that person didn't respect you. They didn't respect your boundaries, and they wasn't sitting around to allow you to put boundaries on them, because they benefited disrespecting you and you having no boundaries. So if something ended, it was supposed to end. So let that go. For others of you, what you're holding on to is the fact that somebody had healthy boundaries with you. They wasn't going to allow you to disrespect them. They wasn't going to allow you to treat them a certain type of way. And you got to understand that, and you got to sit there and respect that. It's just that simple. For others of you, what you're holding on to that no longer serves you is the simple fact that you could have been... It's like you're holding on to emotions of shoulda, coulda, woulda. And it's too late. How you sad about a situation when you chose to do what you did in that particular time period. The only thing you can do is stop dwelling on the past and focus on the present. What are you doing right now is the question. What are you doing right now to fix your feelings? What are you doing right now to fix the situation? What are you doing right now? Forget the past, because you can't change what happened in the past. But your emotions is still stuck in the past, so what are you going to do to fix that? What are you going to do to fix it? You keep holding on to emotions, but you ain't asking the right questions. How can you get yourself out of feeling the way that you're feeling is what you should be asking. Instead of worrying about why it happened. It happened because it was supposed to happen. It happened because it was in God's plan for it to happen. What could you have done better? what can you do better now? You get what I'm saying? Focus on what you can fix now. Not what you can fix from the past. Because the past happened already. You can't fix that. You can only fix the present moment. For others of you, what are you holding on to that no longer serves you is the actual past. You keep trying to reminisce about the past. And I know Venus in retrograde is here right now. But guess what? The past will come up. Past lovers, past friendships, past a lot of stuff that, you know, is going to come up. And the reason why it's going to come up is because there was something within you that you needed to heal. Something that you needed to learn. There's conflicts coming up from your past with people that you cared about because there is a lesson that you needed to learn. Something that you need to change within yourself. I don't know why I keep hearing conflicted behaviors. I don't know what that is supposed to mean to you, Taurus, but conflicting behaviors just popped up in my head just now. So you may think one thing and you may do the total opposite. And that's causing conflict in your life. And you need to let that go. So whatever you plan on doing, you need to stick with it and do it. Because you'll think one thing and then do the opposite and then be questioning why and crying why. Because your ass ain't sit there and set out to do what you said that you was going to do. Make it make sense. For others of you, what you're holding on to that no longer serves you is an unhealthy family dynamic in a situation. So whoever you live with, whoever you may care for, there's something that... It's time to let it go. It's time to let it go, Taurus. I don't know why I'm hearing this old news and it been old news. It's time to let it go. Could be a Cancer. For some of you, you're stopping your stability and security and you having good health and feeling balanced and loved and having the family that you truly desire and the business that you truly desire. Because you keep holding on to something that is old news, that has expired. Something that you keep fighting with and arguing with. And again, if you set boundaries and they don't respect those boundaries, that is a clear indication that that person benefited off of your demise. They benefited off of you not loving yourself. They benefited off of you not having healthy boundaries. They benefited off of you not telling them how you truly felt and what you truly meant and standing on it. Y'all will stand on some and be stubborn and stuck on some bullshit, but you won't stand and be stuck on your healthy boundaries and what you feel is right for you. Y'all need to let that go. You want to know why certain things is happening? Because you're not being your authentic self. You're not truly going with what your heart desires. Some of you are literally staying in situations that you know is not good for you. You know you're surrounded by people that are competing with you and envious of you and low-key don't really fucking like you. They're using you. And you need to let it go. Let it go, Taurus. Let it go. Because it's no longer serving you. And I'm starting to get a headache just even looking at these cards, trying to channel this energy for you. And you is stuck and stubborn, and that has to change. Or nothing will ever change in your life. You can't keep doing things the same way thinking you're going to get different results. That's insanity. Let's get some homegirl advice for Taurus. We have you need to trust. Some of you need to get a personal reading. Some of you, there is ancestral healing that is needed because you keep putting yourself in the same predicaments that your ancestors put themselves in. And you want to know why ain't nothing changed. And then we have 2 months from now. Some of you, what you're going through literally right now, your family members done went through it. You supposed to be one to break these generational curses, and you sitting there continuing them. And it says it's done. You can't do anything about it now. Okay? So, let it go. Let it go. Well, Aries, and who else I sung that song for? Y'all might want to check out those readings. Leo placements. Leo placements. What are you holding on to that no longer serves you? Leo, what are you holding on to that no longer serves you? I don't know why I heard macho man. I want to be a macho man. Leo, you is in your ego, okay? And you need to let it go, okay? You over here trying to be some macho man. And it ain't working out for you, okay? Tell me how that's working out for you, because I really feel like it's really not working out for you, Leo. Being this macho man or macho woman, being in this masculine energy for two, like you need a balance between your masculine and feminine energy within you, because we all possess them. Sometimes it's time for you to get things done and just do it. Sometimes it's time for you to nurture yourself and love yourself and care for yourself. Sometimes you have to sit there and have emotional intelligence. Sometimes you have to think of logic over emotions. But there needs to be a balance of that. And you being too much of a macho person is not benefiting you. Some of you think that being this macho person is a good thing. It's a positive thing. But it really ain't. I'm going to be honest with you. It really ain't. You think it's going to sit there and bring you more abundance. It really ain't. You over there working yourself to death is not going to get you any closer to your goals. It might get you closer to some damn stress and a heart attack. Knock on wood. Okay? Some of you think that having all this money and all these resources is going to put you in a better predicament. No. When, say you hit the lotto, if you don't know how to manage money, you'll lose all that fucking money just as fast as you got it. If you are an asshole and you get more money, you're going to just be a bigger asshole. Okay? It's just going to enhance the person that you are. It's just that simple. So you thinking you having more money, more resources is going to change something for the better. It's not. You're still going to be that same individual, because, and that's another reason why this abundance ain't come to you yet, because you have not did no inner work. There needs to be some type of inner healing here. Some of you are a little too selfish. And you need to be more like your sister sign, brother sign, Aquarius, and be more for the community. Be more for the togetherness and not always worrying about self. For some of you, what you're holding on to that no longer serves you could be a divine masculine here. If you're a female and you date men, or if you're a man and you date a man, you date men, or whatever the case may be, however you float your boat. Listen, they ain't got nothing to do with me, right? There's this divine masculine energy that you're holding on to that does not serve you. And I think I told Aquarius this, just because some people are good for you, are good people, don't mean that they're good for you. Sometimes good people only come into your life just to remind you, like, hey, there's good people out there. For others of you, what you're holding on to that no longer serve you is you thinking that always being in your masculine energy gives you some type of power. It doesn't. You think it may give you power. It really doesn't. You think you're standing in your power being all macho, but you lack emotional intelligence. Like, nobody wants a person like that. For some of you, what you're holding on to that no longer serves you is, it could be something in your house, you're holding on to something in your house that you need to let go of, and you've been thinking about letting it go, and you need to let it go. So what popped up in your mind just now when I said that, you need to let it go. Okay? Some of you keep thinking that somebody's supposed to be the mother of your children. Some of you keep thinking about, or somebody's supposed to be the father of your kids, or let that thought go. For others of you, you sitting there wanting to change the aesthetic in your house, and you really need to be changing the aesthetic within you. Okay? Let's just be honest. Some of you think changing your appearance is going to sit there and make a difference. No, you have to change the inside first, and the outside will show. You know how many people I've met that barely wear name brand stuff, but because they love themselves, because they embrace themselves for who they truly are, no matter what they wear, they just look fucking bomb as shit. They look like wealth. They look like money. They look like love. They look like respect. That glow comes from inside. There's inside work that needs to be done here, Leo. Because all this materialistic stuff that you got going on, you need to let that go. There's inner work that needs to be done. You don't want to sit there and look like you got it all and really you a brokey. Come on, make it make sense. Make that make sense. Mostly flash with no cash. That energy has to go. And even when you come into money, like I said, you ain't going to change. You got to do the inner work first in order for this abundance to really benefit you in some way, shape, or form. Because if you bad with money and then you get money, guess what? You're going to blow that money the same way. And then you ain't got it no more. And then now you looking stupid. For others of you, what you holding on to that no longer serve you is some type of job or duty. Okay? Some of you can't, I forgot what sign I told them, but I told them, I think it might have been Gemini, you can't sit there and keep blaming your parents for shit. You can't keep blaming your mama and your daddy. You've been doing this for 8 long years, okay? No. It's time for you to woman up, man up, and go heal. And start making better choices for yourself. Okay? Because the things that you have on your mind right now is the last things that you need to have on your mind. Let's just be honest here. Okay, Leo? For others of you, what you're holding on to, you're trying to hold on to the fact that come August, something's supposed to pop off or be happy for you. If you've been listening to my readings, that may not have been meant for you. Okay? That may have been meant for some other Leos. The Leos that actually did the inner work. The Leos that did the inner work are the ones that's going to be blessed. Those are going to be the ones that are going to be aligned with what their heart desires. And those are going to be positive outcomes for them. But for those that think that they're supposed to be doing outer work and not inner work, no. You're going to get a rude awakening. Spirit is going to shake some shit up for you. I promise you that. So inner work needs to be done, Leo. So what you're holding on to that no longer serves you is, for some of you, you over here acting like you happy and you really not. Stop fronting, okay? Some of you, what you're holding on to that no longer serves you is a good person, but that person is not your person. Some of you are holding on to a Gemini or a Libra or a Capricorn, a Taurus, a Virgo, okay? And if that's not the person, then it's this idea of what this person is supposed to be in your mind. That's your idea of that person. That's not that person's idea of who they're supposed to be. If they don't want to be Betty Crocker, the homemaker, that's not who they are. But in your mind, you have like this picture of who somebody's supposed to be. And who are you to tell somebody who they're supposed to be? You're supposed to just find somebody that aligns with you. Instead of sitting there trying to change somebody and make somebody become something that you want them to be. That's not happening. For others of you, what you're holding on to is the fact that you think something's going to happen around your birthday. It may not happen around your birthday. It may not happen in 8 days or 8 weeks or 8 months. Okay? So get that out of your head. Don't be trying to control the who, what, when, where, how, and why. That's God's plan. Okay? For others of you, what you're holding on to is trying to hold on to some type of power. I see some type of manipulation here. Being this macho energy, thinking it's going to do something. You need to let that go, because all it's doing is causing stagnation. And for others of you, what you're holding on to is whatever thoughts that you got going on in your head, you need to release them, because they're not benefiting you. They're going to bring you more down into your demise than anything. All right, let's get some homegirl advice for you, and we are going to wrap this up. Spirit, what is the homegirl advice for Leo? Childhood traumas could be coming up for you guys, okay? Again, like I said, you can't keep blaming your parents no more. You're choosing not to heal. You're choosing to keep repeating cycles. Yeah, your parents may have started the cycles, but it's up to you to end them. All right? Springtime. See, I told some of you guys, it may not happen in August for you around your birthday like you think. It may take up until the springtime for something to happen. We have the full moon is a prominent time for you guys, so pay attention to the energies then. We also have a year from now. For some of you, something may not happen until the spring. Some of you, it may take up to a year. We have life is beautiful when you start to see God in everything. You have to remind yourself everything was in God's plan. Everything that you're going through right now, everything that you're about to go through, everything that you've already experienced, all of that was part of God's plan to help you elevate and raise your vibration and your frequency to be a better you. Okay? It's dead around here. Go buy a plant. Some of you need to go buy some plants in your home, or some of you need to take care of the plants that you actually got. For others of you, you have here, you are more than enough. Okay? You have to understand that you're more than enough with who you are. You do not have to act like no macho person to get anything done. People that are going to accept you for you will accept you for you. And if not, then you need to fuck them off. Okay? And then we have Florida water. This is an energy, a tool that is utilized to cleanse your home, cleanse your space. You can put it in a bath as well. Put it in your mop water to cleanse the energy within your home. All right. But guys, that was your reading. I love you lots. Mwah. And if you want to watch it with timestamps, you can check it out on YouTube. Okay. I love you. Bye.